Okay, we are live. Yeah, we definitely don't need any light.
Glad we color coordinated.
I pretty much only wear blue and purple.
You do?
Yeah, I
Yeah.
wear blue pretty much all the time.
Me too. Blue is definitely the best color to wear.
I've got a little green, but my work closet is basically just blue, white, and purple.
Mine,
Got
yeah.
about 3 purple shirts. The rest is blue and white.
Yeah, blues and grays is what I go with.
Mm-hmm.
Forward so we don't have the handles in the frame.
That's a good idea.
Yeah, we're good. Okay, I was just making sure.
Go ahead.
Hey, yeah, so we are live here at Westminster Weekly Wake Up. I'm Colin.
And I'm Andy.
And we're just going to run through some of the stuff that we have going on this week. We'll talk about a little bit about our weekend, and that'll kind of be it. So what'd you do this weekend?
I think I did the same thing everybody else did. Stayed at home and listened to / watched fireworks in the neighborhood. Is that what you guys did?
So actually, we went, and I've done this before. We went to the Tampa Airport parking garage, and we went to the very top level, and it's open, and you can see everything everywhere. And I've been there before, and there's hardly anybody ever there, and there wasn't very many people there tonight. And there were some cops around there. I'm just making sure everybody was okay. But obviously, we could stay hundreds of feet away from everybody. So just me, Chelsea, and the baby went up, and it's the coolest thing because even without the fireworks shows that have been canceled, I mean, it's thousands of fireworks going off all at once in a 360-degree view.
That's awesome.
It is. It's really amazing. It's really cool. So,
now, how'd you come up with that idea?
I had done it years ago. I don't know. I don't know if somebody gave me the idea or I came up with it, but I had done it years ago, a couple times before I met Chelsea with some other people. And then I had told her we need to do this. And then this year it was perfect for it because you couldn't really gather anyway.
Right.
So I was like, let's just try it this year. And especially with the baby being, completely open, even with the baby's crying, nobody's within hundreds of feet of us.
Yeah.
So just worked out perfectly. And I was really happy because there's a lot of things that are going on in our country right now and a lot of upheaval. And it made me feel unity for a minute, so it was a really good feeling that Americans were united, and that made me feel really good.
That's awesome. So what time
Yeah.
did you go over there?
We were up there about 8:45. Stayed till about 9:30, I think.
All right.
Yeah. So
That's great. Yeah, we did the same thing in our neighborhood. We watched fireworks. So, as you know, we normally have a movie on Saturday evenings on our garage or back at the pool. And this week we decided that we would just hang out in the driveway. And so we just had some snacks and some drinks, and our neighbors came over and we spread out in the driveway, and there were fireworks everywhere in our neighborhood. There were 4 houses within a 1-block radius of us, the next road over from our road. There were 4 houses, 2 on the north side, 2 on the south side, that all had huge firework displays.
awesome.
So big, so loud. I thought they were going to catch our trees on fire. I thought that they were going to catch our screen on fire or burn embers through our screen for our pool. Luckily, nothing caught on fire. We did get some shrapnel in our yard the next day, but we had a great time. There was about 6, maybe 7 of us in the driveway, and we stayed out there for a long time because the fireworks went on and on and on. It wouldn't have done any good to go in and try to sleep because it was so loud anyway.
Yeah.
So we got together about 8:45, and I think we stayed out till almost midnight. Not everybody, but a few of us did. And then my neighbor across the street, Connie, who's a resident lifestyle facilitator at Suncoast, she retired. So we also had a little bit of champagne and toasted her and had a little retirement party for her.
Nice.
So one of our neighbors got a cake, and so we surprised her with a little retirement party. And today is her very first day of retirement.
Oh, that's nice.
I called her this morning just to make sure she was awake. Yeah, so that was really nice. We had a good time. And then Amy and I spent the rest of the weekend doing yard work and in the pool.
That's good. Yeah. So the only other thing that I did was I bought these shoes that I'm wearing. I don't buy shoes very often. The last pair I had worn for a year straight, I got them for my birthday last year, the pair that I was wearing. And so I decided it was time to buy new shoes. And they're a little stiff right now. So my feet are hurting a little bit just because, trying to break them in. But those were the 2 large events of the weekend. So
Well, we want to know about Phoenix. How's Phoenix?
Phoenix is doing great. She's 4 weeks old yesterday. So she'll be 1 month old tomorrow. So it's pretty cool. She's starting to, her eyes are starting to linger longer and longer in places. They're not just darting around as much. So that's good. She's getting into some patterns. She's getting into, she's fussy between 7 and 11 every night pretty much. And she's doing good. She likes the car rides. She likes car rides a lot. You can put her in a car ride and she goes to sleep pretty quick. So that's about it.
My wife is the same way.
Yeah. I was the same way, and I think I would be. I just drive all the time. But if I wasn't the one behind the wheel, I think I would be out too.
Yeah. Well, good. We're glad to hear that Phoenix is alive and well and doing great. And of course, I'm so happy for you, and all the residents are so happy for you and Chelsea.
Thank you.
What's going on this week, Colin? What do we need to know?
So the biggest thing that we have going on this week, really exciting. The St. Pete Pier just opened up today. So we are going to take a walk there on Friday morning at 7 a.m. Okay, we want to make sure it's nice and early. It's nice and cool. It's almost a 3-mile walk there and back. So we can't do it in the heat at all. So if you're somebody who can make that trek and is excited to go see it, we're not going to go in the pier. We don't want to get our hands on anything or be in any type of clustered area. But we'll take that walk at 7, and you can just meet in the Palm Center lobby. So if you're in Palmview, just come over to Palm Center, and we will be walking over there. You got to expect at least an hour, probably closer to an hour and a half of total time.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe not total walk time. We might be able to get, when we get there, kind of sit down for a little bit and then come back, but probably about an hour and a half total walk time. So I think it's pretty exciting, something new that's coming. It's a whole district, essentially. I think there's 6 or 7 restaurant eateries out there. They got a whole new parkish, beachish type of thing. So really cool to go and explore it.
I saw all the news stations were there today on my way to work. There were quite a few news stations there covering the opening of the pier. So a lot of media press coverage over there. And do you want them to register with you at all, the residents?
They don't need to register.
Just show up.
Just show up at 7 o'clock. Yeah.
And which lobby was that?
Palm Center lobby.
Okay, got a Palm Center lobby Friday, 7 a.m.
Mm-hmm.
So we have another exciting event happening this week. It's called Live and Laugh.
Okay.
And we have built a partnership with American Stage.
Nice.
American Stage does concerts in the park every year. Shakespeare in the Park, you're familiar with them. And they have a whole group of thespians that are not doing anything right now. Stage hands and costume people and actors and actresses, producers, directors, all those, that whole group, they don't have anything that they can do. And so they're doing a special class for us Tuesday at 6 p.m. It's called Live and Laugh. And this is going to be kind of like an improv class, a little bit. So we're going to do it right here in the Palm Room. We're going to do it on Zoom. We're going to do it on the big TV. And we're going to use this microphone that we're using here so that we can all hear and interact well. And we're going to do some improv games. And we're also going to do some light yoga meditation type things that thespians use when they warm up.
Nice.
And we're also going to do some vocal warm-ups as well. So general things that actors would do before they get going, that kind of thing. So if you were ever interested in acting, or if you're ever an actor, you might find this interesting, but you don't have to have an acting background to do this. You can just come and interact, and it should be a great program. We're very excited to have professionals run this for us. So we haven't done any group technology sessions where we use Zoom and we work with somebody outside.
Yeah.
So
First
I'm excited to try this out. Even if you're not interested in acting, you might want to come just to check it out to see what Zoom looks like, because I know you've probably done Zoom in your own home.
Yep.
But we're going to do Zoom as a group.
And
so
yeah, and it's just pretty awesome from a wellness perspective, how many different wellness topics you're touching on, with the fitness, with the mind clarity, with the living, the laughing, the community. I think it's pretty awesome. I think it'll be a lot of fun.
That's right. Definitely Ann Justice and Barbara Cooley, who are in charge of our Westminster players, they're both coming.
Yep.
And so I think that they'll drag out the rest of the Westminster players as well. But we want you to come. We want you to come and join us. That's Tuesday evening. That's tomorrow night at 6 o'clock p.m. in the Palm Room. What else is going on, Colin?
So we are bringing back our Wii Bowling.
Oh, all right.
Yes, Wii Bowling, Thursdays at 1 o'clock. So we will make sure that the remotes are completely sanitized. You will keep your remote through your whole game, and then when we get it back from you, we will sanitize it again. So we'll keep our space. We'll keep our masks on. All of the protocols, temperature checks in place. But yes, Wii Bowling is coming back. So if you are a Wii bowler, please come and join us. And if you haven't Wii bowled, now is the time to join. Okay, it's a lot of fun.
It's a great game.
Mm-hmm.
I love it. Colin and I probably get a little too competitive with each other when we play, because we both like to win all the time. But since we're at work and we're professionals, we try to keep it under control a little bit.
Andy does a better job.
Well, I have more experience in life than he does. I'm slightly older than Colin, so he can take my wisdom in controlling that competitiveness.
Learning every day.
Thank you to those of you who came out to our 4th of July celebration. It was awesome. We had apple pie to go. Colin, we served about 70 residents on Friday.
That's awesome.
So they had goodie bags, and we had some apples, and we had apple pie, and we had music, and it was so fun. The residents came down. It was a drop-in. They waited in line. They got their apple pie, and then they went back up, and we got to socialize and smile a little bit as well. We're going to keep that theme going with coffee chats this week. So we're going to do an 8:30 coffee chat in Palm Center and an 8:30 coffee chat in Palm View, where the residents can come down and get coffee from James and Janice and sit there and chat for a little while. We did it last week, and it went really well. And I know that you all out there miss your coffee. So come down and see us on 8:30 Tuesday and Wednesday morning and get your coffee. That's on the calendar that's in your box. And the other thing we're doing this week is we're collecting pill bottles. So the Green Committee organized a pill bottle collection. And so you can bring down your used or unused medications and bottles and donate them to our volunteers that will be collecting them, and they will recycle them for you and dispose of older expired medications for you as well. We used to do this every other month, so we're going to start this back up. Thanks to John Childers for organizing this, and Patty Callahan, Carol Lee, and Roxy Peters as well are all making this happen and volunteering. So check the calendar for that. I believe it's Wednesday morning at 10:30 in Palm View and Thursday afternoon 1 o'clock in Palm Center. We switched those. Normally we do Palm Center in the morning and Palm View in the afternoon, but they switched it up this time. So make sure you check the calendar for that.
Okay.
What else is happening?
The only other thing I'd like to remind everybody that we are doing weekly shuffleboard, 8:30 a.m. on Thursdays. Okay, so we've had a couple people been coming out, but we can definitely hold a few more out there. It's still early enough that it's a comfortable temperature. And again, it's a lot of fun, a lot of community building. And I mean, it's a brand new, court that we just got. So let's use it up.
Yeah. Get out of your room and come play shuffleboard. It's a great game. It's so easy. It's fun, and
Sunlight.
get a little bit of fitness as well and get that vitamin D from the sunlight.
Mm-hmm.
Well, there's two more things I want to tell you guys about. One is community connections. We did these a few weeks ago where we invited you to come and meet with us, and we sat in a small group and talked, and that went so well. We've been doing that again. This is not invitation only. This is anybody can come. The first handful of people that show up get to sit and chat. So we're doing a community connection 10:30 this Thursday in the Palm Room. Come on down. It's just a time for you to sit and chat with others. I know that you miss socializing, so this is a great time for you to do it. And we have another arts and craft activity coming up this Thursday at 2:45. We're doing patriotic rock painting. Are you familiar with rock painting here in St. Pete?
I am, yes. Just briefly, how the people will paint the rocks and then kind of hide them, and they can be kind of taken all across the city.
Yes, it is a St. Pete tradition to paint rocks here. And people paint rocks of all types and sizes and colors and hide them all around the city. And sometimes they leave a little message or a tag on them. And there's a Facebook page that goes with it. So on occasion, we like to paint rocks and then go out and hide them, and people will take and find them and share them. Just a little way to share some arts and some joy with other people. So that's patriotic rock painting. 2:45 on Thursday.
Awesome.
I think that's most everything that's happening, right?
I think so. Yeah, we're. It seems like we're building more and more every week. It's exciting.
Well, I have a teaser for everyone out there. Something very, very exciting is happening next week, and I'm not going to tell you what it is yet, but I'm going to tell you that something very exciting is coming. In fact, it's so big and so exciting that we put it on the calendar 8 times.
Wow.
Because, as you know, we're having social activities, but they're limited by the amount of size. And we think that this is going to be so popular that we're going to need to redo it 8 times.
Wow. And
you're going to have to register for it as well. But I am pretty excited. I think this is going to be one of those things that you might jump up and down about. This is going to be really exciting. You're going to want to call all your friends and tell them that this is happening here at the Palms. I'm very, very excited, but you'll have to wait until next week. Actually, you'll get the calendar probably Friday of this week, and it'll be on the calendar. So make sure you check out this very, very big event happening 8 times. I think Colin knows what it is. Do you know what it is?
I do. Yes,
okay,
I do know
Colin knows.
Yes.
You think it's a big deal?
Yeah, it is a big deal. It's a big deal for everybody, not just Westminster. It's
That's
a big
right.
deal. Yeah.
That's right. It's taken over the world, and
Yeah.
we're going to be part of it. So that's going to be starting next week. You'll have to wait till you get your calendar in your box to find out. Anything else, Colin?
No, I think we're good. We got through it a little quick, but I think we're good for the week.
Sounds good.
Thanks, everybody. We'll see you later.